Hey, this is Melisha and welcome to Flipped Coding. This is the place you come to when you want to learn web development and you've already been through the free online tutorials, but you're looking for extra mentorship and guidance, or you want to see how these programming languages are actually used in the actual field. So, today we're going to talk about testing, specifically testing with TDD and BDD. So, TDD is test-driven development, and that's a part of the Agile methodology. So with test-driven development, basically you want to write any tests before you actually write code. So any new features, bugs, or tasks that you get assigned, you're going to want to write a new unit test or update an existing unit test to match the description of what you're doing. So this throws some developers off because it feels a little unusual to write a test for code you haven't written yet. But really, test-driven development gives you a chance to truly think about what you're trying to implement. So you have to get a solid understanding of what the user's gonna do with this new feature or enhancement before you can write a good test for it. Because with tests, we have something called behavior-driven development. So BDD and TDD are usually put against each other, but behavior-driven development is actually just a set of best practices for writing really good tests. So, sorry, excuse my dogs in the background. Who knows what they're doing. But anyways, behavior-driven development is focused on writing tests that really reflect what the user is going to be doing. So this is when you'll get into writing user stories in the form of, I don't know, users should be able to click button to download form, something like that. So one of the biggest things that behavior-driven development addresses is kind of how you implement the test. So it gives you those scenarios that you're testing for. And what you really want to do is use TDD and BDD together. So test-driven development makes sure that you're writing tests in the first place, and behavior-driven development tells you the best way to write those tests. So when you get a really well-defined testing process down, you can put it on any project, any company, any programming language you use. Once you know how to write good tests with BDD, behavior-driven development, and you know that you should be writing tests at all, then you'll start using test-driven development, or TDD, pretty naturally. So really, the reason that we do testing in the first place is to make sure that our code stays clean. The last thing you want to do is be the developer on the team that's always introducing new bugs to the code base, and you're always the one having to make the hot fixes for the stuff that you broke, because there's no testing in place. So once you get the whole testing process down, you'll start producing a lot more bug-resistant code. So one of the best things about testing is that it makes you stop writing lazy code. You have to write a test, and before you can move on to any other task on your list, you have to write the code that's gonna pass that test. So until you pass the test, you're stuck. That means you're gonna start writing better code because you're gonna get tired of those tests failing all the time. So that's kind of like an added bonus that comes with testing. And if you need help learning how to write unit tests, or maybe you want to play with one of the testing tools, come sign up for my class at Flipped Coding. So that's one of the things we cover, is how to test our code using a few of those different test suites. So hopefully I'll see you there, and if not, I hope you learned something from this video.